We are going to a tournament.
What tournament?
SoCal Sword Fight. It is probably the biggest tournament in the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, by volume at least.
Arguably, internationally? I don't know.
No.
It's big.
Well, it is pretty big, even
big.
internationally. There's a lot of people coming in. So, tournaments are interesting. They can be a fun time. I personally struggle with them.
David does great with pressure and stress.
I need more of it in my life. But we're going. We've been invited by the tournament. We're super grateful to do that. We're gonna have a fun time, and we're gonna bring you along on the way. But first, we have to say bye to Flynn.
Flynn!
Flynn! We're saying bye to you.
No, come back. Flynn.
Flynn says get out.
Bye.
Oh, Flynn!
Oh, how your tone changes.
How the turns have tabled, Flynn. We will miss you, even though you don't give a crap about us.
Bye, buddy.
Love you.
Bye, buddy.
On the way to the airport.
We're leaving extra early because apparently TSA is crazy right now.
Maybe we'll get there and it'll be really fast and then we'll like have lunch.
No, what's gonna happen is David's gonna get a pat down because every time we go anywhere, David gets a pat down.
What do you do?
It's always on my private parts
No!
too.
Every time.
Why? We're at the airport.
Load it up.
We gotta go battle TSA.
Now, how do we get to the airport?
I don't know.
I don't know, this way? It says don't enter.
It says wrong way.
Made it through security.
I didn't get felt up.
Now we got lunch.
Food.
It's not a Crunchwrap Supreme because that's the trademark.
I need a fork. So this tournament's a little bit different. It's probably the biggest tournament in the US.
Yeah, it's really big.
And normally that'd be fun and exciting, but recently...
You've been dealing with some stress, I guess?
I don't know when I mean, I've always kind of been stressed at tournaments. It's always been a thing, but I'd say over the last year specifically, I think, especially as I started to do better, the stress has been mounting and mounting, and not in like a healthy competitive way. Like, you know, there's a good kind of stress where you feel it and you go. It's like eating into me.
This is the stress that's eating you alive from the inside out.
Just thinking about competing is like starting to give me like anxiety, and I don't like that because I really, really love fencing, but it's making it difficult to enjoy doing it, especially at tournaments because of that. And I think part of it is this weird expectation that is, a lot of it's probably placed on me, but I can see it somewhat in the YouTube and in the community.
It's like self-inflicted, but also not. Like there is like a reason that you're placing it on yourself because you do see it in the
I see
internet.
I see it like this either expectation that I'm very good or this expectation that I'm actually not and I'm a fake.
Well, the big thing is if you aren't very good, that justifies all the haters.
It does. It justifies all the haters.
They now have a thing that they can post and be like, look.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one thing when it's, you know, commenters or something that aren't inside the sport, but I don't know why, but even within our small community, there are haters. And I get that my videos aren't for everybody, but it's just weird to have people have so many opinions on you and then to have them like foaming at the mouth for you to fail. And I understand that comes with the territory of being what we do, but it's not something I ever really wanted.
It's a thing that you've always struggled with, but it's been getting
worse,
exponentially worse over the past year or so.
So this tournament is probably going to be my last really big tournament, at least for a good long while, because I just, for mental health and kind of physical health reasons, I can't keep doing this cycle of anxiety. So I've got to figure out what that is. I'm going to try my best at this tournament. I'm going to try and do well, and then after that, I'm going to say I did it. These are my scores. This is how well I did. And now I'm going to focus on getting back to loving fencing for fencing and having fun.
Because it's starting to creep into your not even tournament fencing, but just like general pickup and practice.
When we go to the club, I'm starting to have anxiety when you and I spar. Like that every time I cross blades with somebody, I've got to be the best, and it's stupid. That's not how it should be. I should have spaces where I can fail, but it's a lot of it's self-inflicted. I just need to be able to reset. I need to be able to like
figuring out how to let go of all that, which is it's easier said than done, right? How can you just stop?
Yeah. So this is going to be the last tournament where I'm full, I care a lot, and then we'll see what happens next. I'm never going to stop fencing, but I'm going to stop caring so much about competition.
Yeah, and hopefully they'll get you back into a healthier place where you can like truly enjoy fencing again.
So no pressure on this tournament or anything. video is brought to you by
Us!
We paid a lot of money to travel out to this tournament and stay at hotels and eat really expensive California food.
Toast was $6 at the hotel. Callie, why are you so expensive?
So these sorts of things are fairly expensive. Sometimes we are able to go teach a class and make up for some of that, but realistically, we usually spend money on these trips, which is fine, because they're cool, and we like it. But if you like seeing these, and you want us to keep doing them, you can always help out by donating to our Patreon.
Woo.
It'll be linked somewhere, probably at the end of the video too. Check out Future David when he talks about it. Okay, bye!
So, we're terrible at vlogging. It's now the end of day 2, so we're gonna talk about yesterday and today.
It's been a crazy 2 days. So the first day in Saber, it was interesting. It's a Saber, it's military Saber, which I've actually never done before.
Yeah, it was also a saber they provided that we had never used
oh
before.
my, it was the weirdest thing. So they provide a Saber. It is all right.
The saber
wasn't
was
as bad
better
as I
than
thought it
was.
was. Yeah, it was like, it was fun. I had an okay run. We'll tell you your run first.
Yeah, my saber performance wasn't exactly what I was hoping it was, but
it didn't help that you didn't eat anything except for half a pancake in the morning.
Yeah, I know why. It was later than I thought it was, and I just didn't really eat. And it explains why I wasn't really present. I like brain fog, and so I didn't advance on to the next round, but I was 1 away from it, and I know exactly what happened. I had 1 loss. That he was a great fencer, but I think I could have taken him, except for the fact that as his blows coming in, I stepped back to parry, and then I just didn't
You were
raise
so
my
tired.
arm,
You were,
and
like,
I just got
gassed.
beamed in the head twice, which was enough
Yeah.
that he got the win just because I ate it.
Yeah. This is a different tournament we've ever done. This is a weighted scoring rule set, which I've done twice before, and it's been a long time. Most of our area, this is a little bit technical. Most of our area is 1 hit is 1 point.
Yeah, regardless of where you hit, you get 1 point.
In this tournament and a lot of other tournaments, they have what's called weighted scoring. So a hit to the head is worth 3 points, a thrust to the torso is worth 3 points, a cut to the torso is 1, and everything else is 1.
Yeah.
And there's other really complicated rules, but that's the main thing. So
Yeah.
it meant that our game, which is a lot of picking off shallow targets to finally get a deep target,
Yeah.
was better to just kind of fling yourself at your opponent and hit deep.
Yeah, it's
I-
also a lot harder to do that with a military saber.
I think you still did well.
Yeah, I did well up until I watched it hit me in the face.
So you were 1 away from making it to elimination.
Yeah, and that was with that atrocious loss. I also had very low points because it was first 2-7 or until a minute and a half had elapsed, and I was being a little too patient. So all of my wins were like time out like 4 or 5 points.
yeah.
So I was being overly cautious too. So I was being timed out a lot.
My run, I think I won 3 out of the 4, or was it 5?
I think you went undefeated up until the very
No, the first
end,
one.
right?
The first
Oh,
one,
yeah.
Zachary
Yeah.
Showalter, who's an amazing fencer. Yeah, he got me. He got me real good. It was fine. It was a good fight. The other ones, it kind of had to lock in his new weapon. It was fun. I had a good time.
For
But I think
context, you made it to top 16.
I did at the end. I think
yeah.
out of pools. I don't know where it was out of pools.
You were top 6.
Top six out of pools,
yeah.
and then first round of eliminations, I went up against a very good fencer.
Yeah.
And he beat me. And then he went on to be very, very high in the next 2 tournaments. So like, you know what? Fair. It was a good match. He beat me. I was a little disappointed. Normally the way seeds work, I should have been fighting somebody who was seeded lower, but I think that he had just had a rough run up to there, which put him lower. So I was supposed to get an easier opponent, and I got like a really good one, and I was like, man.
But that's also how,
how it goes.
it was a single Elam bracket. And that's how it goes.
Yeah, single elims are rough. It means it's do or die every time. So that's how my first day went. I was pretty disappointed in myself. I was top 16. My goal was to get top 8. I was kind of down. I was really nervous the first day.
You were one bracket away from being to where you wanted.
I was really nervous the first day. Every match, I was like trying to gas myself up, and I was just I was having the poops.
He was struggling all day the day before.
Oh man, like I said, I've just been having so much anxiety. So the first day, I don't think being in my head cost me any matches. I think everybody fenced well, and I'm not gonna cope and say that was it. But like it hurt, like physically hurt when I wasn't. Like when I started fencing, it was fine. But then as soon as it was done, I was like, ah! So that was that. That was day 1.
Day 1.
So day 2, Longsword.
Day 2, which we are still in, but
Yes.
the tournament's over. So day 2, day 1, I was very nervous.
This day you seemed at least less stressed, and you seemed to enjoy it more. At least.
Well, yeah, and the reason is a couple. All of you got on to me, Megan and Clark, and also Coach Josh called and said, "You are good, like fencing."
We bullied him into finding joy again.
And so I entered every match, and my first thought was, I'm gonna have fun. And it was great. My first
match
fight
was
was
PJ.
PJ,
We
my
love
good
PJ.
friend. And so we like kind of danced beforehand. We did all that stuff. The one thing about tournaments is they're hurry up and wait. So you like hurry, then you just sit there. So trying to stay jazzed during that was hard, but I did.
It was easier because a lot of
PJ.
people in your pool you already knew.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I only knew PJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But we had the fight.
Yeah.
I won that fight. It was a good match. It was fun. And then, I got to enjoy it too. I got to be like, he's trying this. I'm gonna try that.
You found the joy.
I know.
It was fun to watch
It
you
was
smile.
fun.
while
I was
you
smiling.
fenced.
And the next match too, I fenced another fellow who was very. I mean, everyone here is good. That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Everyone here is A tier already. They already made the cut. Anybody who is here already made it.
Yeah.
So they're all very good. And so you can't take anyone for granted. And the previous day, that was like, oh god, I'm gonna. And this day it was like, my mindset was, no, I need to fight good fencers, and that's fun. So the next match,
found the right outlook.
The next match,
Yeah.
it was, what's he gonna do? He's gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. And so I won that match too. And then I came into the next match with another person, and I had been watching them, and they had been doing a lot of like shallow cut arounds and stuff
You
like
had
that.
been doing the same tag because it had been really effective.
Well, I've been doing a lot of straight line thrusts.
Yeah, the boom.
Yeah, so I tried to do that on him, and he was better than I was. And he stuffed me with it. He stuffed me with it twice, and he displaced me. It was, I think I was like 2 to 7 or something.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't.
yeah,
It was a good match. It was a good
Yeah.
match. He did a really good job, and I lost.
He saw what you were doing. He's like, I
Yeah,
know what you're doing,
yeah.
so I'm gonna counter
but
that.
the thing that match did for me that I really appreciated was I lost, and I still had fun. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Okay.
I liked it.
We've been trying to get you to like do this, and it finally happened.
It finally
We're
happened.
So
that was my. Oh no, I had one more fight in pools. That was the fun
Yeah,
one. I got
that
to
was
fight Kai, and like I hadn't fenced him before, but
Yeah.
he was also what we call a counter fencer. So it's
Yeah.
a lot of shallow cuts and drawing you out. And so we're fencing
He
him.
fights how you fight.
And I was like, I was very nervous, but like excited nervous. And then I just like I had the right answers, and I got it. And everyone was so nice.
Yeah,
And no one was upset. Everyone was like congratulating everybody else. It was such a good time, and I needed that. I needed that
there was
so
lots
much.
of camaraderie, which there always is.
There always is, but, like,
this time you really got to like
needed it.
dive in and like fully experience that camaraderie.
Yeah, and I liked it. That was my pools. What about your pools?
My pools were also not great because this time though it was for a different reason. I also know why. It wasn't because I forgot to eat and I had the brain fog and I didn't. This time it was because for the past 8 months I've been training the opposite, basically the exact opposite of what I usually do. Which was good to have an answer, but I didn't go back to what I've been doing for 4 years. And specifically at this tournament, how I
meta
usually
here.
fight is better. And the first 2, because you only get 4. The first 2, I was like, oh, it's not working against this meta. It's not what I'm good at. And by the time I finally swapped back, I won the next one because I was like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm doing better. And then I fought Chandler.
Chandler's very good.
Chandler's very good. And he's also a buddy. And it was a fun fight. And like, I got points on it. Good. I'm proud of that.
Good job.
But I didn't swap back to what I should have been doing fast enough to have a chance of going on.
One of
But
the things
I
that
won.
we've done is because we're so busy, and and probably it's my fault a little bit too because I get nervous about fighting anybody now. We haven't been going out that much,
Yeah.
so you've just been fencing me, and that works really well against me. But then all of these people who don't want to do that, who want to flesh and get in there,
So it turned into a bunch of. I was trying to do a square peg round hole, and I didn't adapt fast enough to what I should have been doing.
But I'm so proud of you. That's your tattoo.
It's fine. But I know what happened, and
get
I'm not upset about it. So
I did make it to eliminations. I think I got a bye on the first one because of how highly I seeded. So I was already in the top.
you seeded 6, I think.
6. I seeded 6.
Top 32.
Top 32. Seeded 6 in pools. Top 32. And then I got a bye, which put me in the.
top
put me in top
32.
32.
Yeah.
So then my first match was tough. That was that Seahawks student the first match or the second?
No, that was the second one. You had a match before that.
No, I didn't.
I thought.
I only had 2.
Yeah,
So
you
was
did. It was Seahawks student.
Yeah, Seahawks student.
Well, okay,
I fought
okay,
Seahawks
it
students
was.
first. And then it was tough because he wanted to charge in.
Yeah.
He really wanted to come and get
Yeah.
me. And a couple times, like, he would blow into me, and it would be a double. So what I had to do is I had to be patient, and I had to wait, and I had to like try and take him as he did that, or move out of the way. And I did win that one. It was closer. It was kind of that one was it was a little bit frustrating only because it didn't feel like it was as interactive.
Yeah.
But it's not because he did anything wrong. It's just a style of fencing. So it wasn't my favorite, but I still had fun.
Yeah.
And he was a good
Yeah.
fencer. And then I fought.
That got you to top 8.
Got me to top 8, and I fought.
Frank.
What?
Frank?
No, I had another one.
Yeah,
I had 3.
you had the guy.
But he was after Seahawks, dude.
in white.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I think, right? I don't know the order.
So that
it
would
was
have been
32.
top 16.
Thanks, 15. So then I
16,
had another.
right.
I fought another person, and he was very good.
Yeah.
He was another counter fencer, and so we were fighting.
Yeah.
And I managed to lock in a couple of deep thrusts on him and a couple of attacks.
For Longsword in particular, there's an extra rule that it's
Yes.
called bound. Basically, if your sword is on there, when you hit, you get an extra point.
I think I got a lot of those.
Which that's why you beat him, because you got 2, which is 8 points. You only need 7.
No, I think I got one of those in almost every one of my matches.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got that a lot because what you like to do is exactly that. So
Yeah,
it worked
yeah.
out really well. That the thing you've been really good at was perfectly what the tournament wanted.
And then I was going into the match that would decide who goes to
Top 4.
Yeah,
This
to-
would be
So
top
I
8.
was in
bronze.
top 8, and so I was fighting Frank, who was very good.
He's
He's
very
got
good.
excellent. He's also a counter fencer. Is exactly what I do, but he is much taller than me.
And his range is really good.
Being tall is not an auto win. You can be
No.
tall and bad, but when you are tall and you are also good, it is
Yeah.
so hard.
He
for me
was
to fence.
really good at using his height
He was-
to punish.
He
your
was my
game.
kryptonite.
Yeah.
He was my kryptonite, and
He's
he did
very
a
good.
great job. And he kicked my butt, and it was a fun match. It was frustrating, but it was like I can learn from it. I can go back.
Yeah.
And I think the thing was I didn't send it far enough, so I
Yeah.
had been sending my thrusts just
It's a
enough.
full send.
Well, yeah. If I had
you
sent
were
my
being
thrusts,
too worried about.
not just worried about,
Yeah.
but I don't want to overextend and get hit.
Yeah.
But I think in this one situation, I needed to
You need
freaking
to
go.
send
It was too far
send
away.
it.
It's too far away.
Yeah.
He was so tall.
Every
Dude,
time you were like so close.
when we
you
say
would
tall,
just sent
you had to
it.
be 6'4".
He was like 6'4".
6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
That is
Super
not.
nice
That is.
guy.
This is not cope. Like he's good and tall.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I just
it's
happens to
also-
be the thing I'm the worst
It's a
against.
skill to use that
Yes,
height to your
yes.
advantage too. But
So-
it was a very good.
That was the end of
Good
my
fight.
run, and my goal was to make it the top 8
You
at
did.
a tournament that is full of the top people in the world, and I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a good note. And
Yeah.
I did it while having fun, and I think that that's an okay spot for me to be like, hold for a minute
Mm-hmm.
and work on that fun.
And tomorrow, day 3 Rapier, you're holding on to this fun, right?
Let's try.
It's gonna be so
It's
fun.
gonna be
We love
good.
Rapier.
Oh, I don't have my Rapier though. I don't have my Rapier. I have my Rapier I don't like. It's too short.
You'll
We're
figure
gonna
it
have
out.
fun.
You'll figure it out.
So we were teaching a stage combat workshop to a bunch of human people, which is fun because it's completely different than teaching a sword class to a bunch of actors.
Same class, totally
Totally different. I like this one more because they already know how to use the sword. I get to teach them the fun stuff, as opposed to the other way around. It's like, this is how you grip.
This is
This
how
is
you
called
cut.
thumb grip. So we're gonna have some fun. Here we go. I fully extend my arm so that I have no more potential energy using my skeleton to stop me. It works, but it relies on a lot of. It doesn't feel good. And it only relies on the bones and not the muscles. So what we're gonna do instead is we're going to use our muscles and extension together. Okay, so let's say the choreography is I'm gonna cut here and I'm gonna cut here. Actually, you did it to me. You're gonna cut here, then cut here. So does this look good? Why? I'm there before. So he starts the action, I see it, and then I react, right? So we're gonna talk about cue, reaction, action. And that means I'm gonna cue him to do this, right? Why should I not do this? Yeah, I've changed distance, but I've also, if I reach for their attack, what am I giving them the opportunity to do? Yeah. Hand side beats or change or do anything. If I commit in a direction, he can feint, he can do all kinds of things. So if he comes, I go and do my nice tight parry. If he decides, if we're actually fencing, he decides to feint, I have the time. If he decides to feint, I have the time to change, right? Do not chase the parry, both in real fencing and in this, because it looks bad on stage. I want you to tell me, one of us is gonna attack and one of us is gonna parry, and I can tell you which one it is. Ready, go. Who did what? Who knows? Is it? Yeah, you have no idea, because it looks terrible. Now, do it again. Who attacked, who parried? Clear picture. Don't have burrs on your sword for stage combat. It's really bad. It's bad in HEMA too, but it's extra bad in stage combat because we're not wearing any padding, yes? What's a burr? A nick, something on this that is nasty. If you have like a metal chip, a metal chunk that comes out of this, if you run your hand down your sword and if, well, carefully run your hand down your sword, and if you feel a spiky part, be careful in this next bit. Right? It's just because you're over there. Ha! Versus ha! Can you tell a difference?
Because you're on the side, getting this angle is weird. It's always easier if you're in front. So like you can start here, and as you go to the
stabbing
front,
or slicing?
then cant it.
So for the
Because
slice,
here,
you have to come in with a
this
cut.
is weird. First cut.
Make sure you're retreating.
It's the end of day 3. How'd it go?
Pretty good. Naturally, Rapier, the certified worst sword, I did the best in.
So now you have to train Rapier.
No.
Train with Big Clark.
Fine.
It was a long day. I did get my goal of top 8, and I got beat by a really good Rapier fencer. So I went out on a definitive win. All the judging calls were mostly good. I'm very tired because afterwards we went to the free sparring room.
And they didn't stop for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Something like that.
How many people did we fence?
So many. I got top 8 too.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
I lost to Conrad. He's a really good saber MOF guy. He was cool. And then we fought a lot of people.
I lost to Mouse Cup, who's a very good Rapier guy. And he went on to fight gold for silver, and he got silver, and he did a good job. Awesome fight.
And then you fenced like 30 people.
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
each.
Like 30 people each.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I ended up warming up both of the people who were in the long
Yeah, I
sword.
think they
their
fought
last
me,
match-
and then they fought David,
Yeah,
and then they went to
before they
go
left
fight for
sparring.
gold.
Both of them.
That
sparred
was so
David.
funny. They were
It's
both
so
fun.
good.
That was a great match. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed and we watched the finals.
Yeah, Justin and Miro both did a really cool job. Their fencing was impeccable, amazing.
We didn't get to see all the finals, unfortunately, because we were getting a bajillion people trying to fence us, but we got to see that one.
We
got to
fought
see-
every person who asked. I don't think
Yes.
there was a
Yeah,
single
we fought
person
every
that
person
he said no to.
who asked, which was
It was a lot of fun though.
it was fun. We're
On
tired.
that note,
Now it's
Good
time
night.
for bed.
Yes.
We had sushi. It's time for bed.
Yay.
We are now packing up to go.
I'm gonna pack swords and Clark's gonna pack the stink.
Clark, where is the stink?
Everywhere. All the time. I feel like this is like a biological weapon.
Well, we have a bit of a problem.
You think these could fit over there?
and that
'Cause they
is
stink.
that
Yeah, those could probably count.
we were given a bunch of extra stuff.
Yeah, so Coach Josh texted me and he said, hey, somebody has some gloves for me at SoCal. Can you bring them back? It was gloves and 2 jackets. Do you know how
2
big jackets are?
Extra large jackets.
Do you know how big they are?
Well, we also got Megan's jacket.
I got
here,
my jacket.
which I
might have to
knew
wear
was
it on
coming.
the plane. Like I'm probably gonna have to wear that one on the plane because we got 2 other jackets.
And then we also got a couple of blades.
We had extra space in this bag. All our soft kit was in this bag. We had extra space for 1 jacket, and we now have 3.
Well,
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
we will figure out the Tetris.
I'm gonna Tetris this.
Be
so
thankful
good.
that this isn't smell-o-vision, dear viewer.
We made it
We're back
in the
as you can
studio.
tell.
We're very tired
We didn't vlog while we traveled.
because it was just airplanes and stuff.
My
and it wasn't very
bad.
interesting.
Yeah, but we made it back.
So now we're gonna do the wrap up of the tournament. Woo! How did you like the tournament?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. It was the rules were different, than we're used to, which we'll get into it a little bit later. But overall, it was met some lovely people and it was run well. Yeah, I
The
enjoyed
best
it.
part about any tournament is the people you meet and the people
Yeah.
you get to fence. How did
Yeah.
you like the tournament?
I met some cool people. I didn't fence anybody because I didn't have any stuff.
Yeah.
But I met some cool people. I'm excited to see the next tournament that we go to
In a while.
because I know people now, which
You
is
do
exciting.
meet more people every single time.
So that's fun.
How'd you like it, David?
I liked it. I was super nervous, especially on the first day, but I think
Yeah.
about midway through the second day, I started to be a little bit more chill.
You started jumping up and down and reminding yourself that
fencing is fun. I did start every match. I started by jumping up and down and saying fencing is fun over and over again because sometimes I forget when we're in a tournament. And then on the Rapier day, it was mostly good. It was also my birthday,
You did so well.
which was very funny to me. And so I feel proud of my fencing in Rapier and in Longsword, and not so much in saber. But that's
You still
also
did well.
I did okay. I'd never used that specific type of weapon before, and I did okay. Still very stressful overall, I will say, but
I'm
better.
proud of both of you.
Better.
You did seem to handle this tournament better
Yeah.
than previous ones.
At
So
least
I
the
am very
second
happy
2
and proud
days
of you
at
for
I
that.
think intentionally trying to change your mindset on a tournament, you made a lot of progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, you successfully gaslighted yourself into thinking that fencing is fun again.
Fencing is fun. Tournaments are the problem, you know?
I think the thing that we probably both enjoyed most was at the end when we just went to the sparring room and fought for 3 continuous hours straight.
Yeah.
Yes, I did, but also
Yeah.
it's kind of a weird mixed bag there too because it's sometimes even more pressure in the sparring.
Yeah, because you're fighting just anybody
Well,
and everybody.
Yeah, and it's one thing, I enjoy fencing people, but at a tournament, especially with us, because people know who we are and we're on the internet, there's this whole thing like, some people come up to spar us with the mindset of, I love you guys and I love your videos and I want to spar you, and that's fun.
Yeah.
And that comes with the responsibility of I better not suck.
Yeah, don't be
'cause
bad.
Don't be bad. But also I better not totally steamroll somebody because
Yeah.
that would be annoying if you're
Be fun and interactive, to all opponents.
But that's definitely the better of the two. Some people come up to you and they're like, I know who you are. And
They have
I'm gonna,
this thing sitting here on their shoulder.
and I'm gonna prove that you suck. It's people from Try Hard Hemo. And that one's a different one because then it's like the tournament or whatever.
Luckily, there were a lot less
Less,
of those.
much
less
less.
of
I
them.
think I only had like 2 encounters like that. But the thing that I specifically did that I wanted to do and I'm gonna be doing more of is usually people come to me and say, I wanna spar you. I went to specific people, I was like, I wanna spar you. Because there are some people who are excellent fencers that I don't get to spar at the tournament, but I want to spar. So I was able to spar a few people and that was a really good experience. So I'm gonna be doing more of that in the future and maybe taking a couple less requests. I think that I had a line of 30 people at one point.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
it was. The line just kept going
I need
until
a spreadsheet.
we were done.
I remember my last one because I had said I wanted to fence this guy and he's like, you still want to go? I'm like, yes!
I do, and I'm just standing there barely moving. He's also exhausted. We're both just like doing this stupid.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is you start at the beginning, then by the end of the 3rd hours, I'm fencing a very different way
game.
than I started.
I remember some guy wanted to fence me, and I was just so tired. I don't do Destreza, but I figured out how to do Destreza because it's like walk forward, move, whack. I was like, I'm not gonna do footwork. I'm just gonna walk at you and then hit you. Oh.
Let's talk about the tournament itself, the rules, how they
yeah.
ran it.
Well, some of that's gonna have to go earlier. So David, if you're editing, some of this can go earlier. So this tournament was different than the tournaments that happen in our region. In our region, tournaments generally are every point, every target is 1 point.
Yeah, and there is no distinction between an afterblow and a double. If you get hit, it just doesn't count, period.
Yeah, so for instance, if I were to hit Clark and then within 1 or 2 tempos he hits me, that would be considered an afterblow, which is scored the same as a double. So you really, really want to fence clean.
Whereas here, if it was a true double, which is they happen simultaneously, that is bad. If you get 3 of those, it was a double loss. But the afterblow was only 1 action, and it would deduct a point. It wouldn't. They still could get points. Or
So for instance, if I stabbed you and then like a quarter of a second later you hit me, it would be my hit.
Minus 1 point.
Minus 1 point.
Yeah.
So if I were to, this also had weighted scoring, which means different body parts are worth different targets. So for instance, in Longsword, the head was worth 2 points to cut to or thrust to. The body was worth 2 points to thrust to, and I think 1 point to cut to, right? Or was,
yeah, and then hands
and legs worth 1. So for instance, if I hit you in the leg and then you afterblow me to the head, it would be my 1 point, but minus 1 point.
Yeah, so it would essentially be a wash.
But that means that if I stabbed you in the face and I didn't care about getting hit, I could still get 2 points.
Yeah, because in theory, you could hit somebody in the hand 6 times, or you could stab them in the face twice.
Yeah, so it was interesting. Not necessarily better or worse than our rule set, just different. So it was interesting to adapt to that.
Probably the one of the few things I didn't like was usually where we're from, if you ring out, it's just a halt is called and you reset because for space, the ring isn't the biggest. Here, if you rung out, you lost a point.
Yeah, I think that the rings are very small and it doesn't encourage a lot of footwork. Like if you look at an Olympic fencing piste, it's incredibly long, and we just don't have that kind of room in HEMA, so they make these small little circles. So generally, you don't get penalized for going out. It doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
But there was some pretty harsh penalties at this one, which is just a different fencing philosophy, but I like moving more.
Yeah, like there was one time when I avoided my leg, but in the process that I stepped out, so I didn't get hit, but he still essentially gained a point because I lost a point because I went out of the ring.
Yeah, I was pretty careful about not going out of the ring because of that.
Yeah.
Just some differences in philosophy of the way things were scored, but none of that was bad, just a different place, a different thing. Like, I'm sure some people from there would come to our rule set and be like, oh, why are you doing this? And, you know, whatever, to each their own.
Is there anything else on rule set?
I think that's it for the rule set. So now, what do we want to do to talk out? Is this our last tournament, et cetera, et cetera? That's kind of what this was.
Yeah.
All right, so this tournament is done. What's the next tournament we're going to?
Let's try it again,
Yeah. So this tournament has wrapped. What's our next tournament?
Not for a while. So I think for this next year, at least me, I'm gonna focus on training. I think that I'm gonna focus on trying to go new places, fence new people, and just really enjoy fencing for the sake of fencing and not caring about ratings and not caring about wins and not caring about any of that stuff, but trying to grow as a fencer. And for that reason, I think I'll only probably be attending 2 or 3 tournaments a year for at least this next coming year, maybe a little bit longer, but I'm gonna be probably doing SoCal again because it was fun, maybe not as many weapons.
Yeah.
Our local Xelnthect, which I really like, and then maybe one other one.
Yeah, maybe Donnybrook or Swordstrong or something.
Something like that. But then I'll probably do a more rigorous tournament schedule in a couple of years. I'm not done with tournaments. I think I'm done caring as much about tournaments.
I think the best part of this tournament was after the weapons were done, just doing all the pickups. So maybe we'll do less weapons and spend more time doing pickups instead.
I think the other thing that was interesting about this tournament was, you know, I go into all these things, because when I first started, I was just some guy on the internet and no one had seen me fence in the community, and so there was this big, like, who are you kind of thing. But the more and more I go, and the more I train, the more and more I fence, there's less of who are you, and like, oh, I've heard of you. And then fence, and then okay, so you're not bad. And so like, doing more of that and not worrying about what the haters say and not letting the people on the internet take away from my fun doing it. Because I think after this, after coming in 5th in 2 weapons at the biggest tournament in the world, I can say that I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fake. I'm not the best fencer in the world, not by a long shot.
We never claimed to be the best.
No.
All we ever claimed is that we're good enough that maybe when we say something, maybe we're worth listening to at a beginner level at least.
Yeah, so I think that I don't need to worry about proving anything to anybody anymore. And that's my biggest takeaway from this tournament, that I don't have to worry about proving myself.
You can let fencing be fun.
Let fencing be fun and go back to enjoying it and go back to growing.
The only thing to talk about is the Patreon.
Oh yeah,
We'll
do
make
that.
that as a
Yeah,
separate.
Are we ready?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. This is a little bit of a different video. We're trying some new things. Some long form, some more introspective stuff, some more just personal stuff where we talk to you guys more and it's less about making something big and more about just being us. If you like it, please support us on Patreon for as low as $1 a month. It makes a huge help and it also means we can keep doing stuff like this. We really appreciate your support and we'll see you on the next one.